Okay, it's time to talk travel now, and CBS travel editor Peter Greenberg joining me from where, Peter?
Okay, I'm going to get you jealous. Monaco.
Oh, yeah, you win. I was going to say I just got back from San Diego, but you win. You win. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. You know, Peter, though, in all seriousness, it feels like another week, another batch of air scares. Just yesterday, there was a Delta flight where it had to return to Atlanta's airport after a sort of haze or maybe even smoke filled the cabin right after takeoff. What can you tell us about that?
Well, you know, to put this in proper context, if I were to take you to the control tower of even the Atlanta airport or O'Hare, the alarm bells go off there about 20 to 30 times a day. When a light goes off in a cockpit, a warning light, or a light doesn't go on, they scramble the crash trucks, and guess what happens? Nothing. In this situation, they acted on the side of caution, turned around, the oxygen mask never came down because it wasn't a pressure situation, and they were able to make a safe landing. What the pilots are trained to do now, in the old days, they weren't trained to do that. In the old days, they were trained to take it to their nearest maintenance base or where they had facilities. Now, it's turn around, get it on the ground, and that's exactly what they did. Everything okay.
Well, that's good news, of course, especially for those on board. Now, earlier this week, a mid-flight bomb hoax forced Italy's Air Force to scramble to escort a plane headed from New York to Delhi, India. In situations like that, does it become the responsibility of whomever's airspace the threat is, taking place over, for, lack of a better way to phrase that?
Well, the escort is more theatrical than anything else. If there's a bomb threat, there's very little a fighter jet can do to help. But in a situation like this, it's standard protocol to escort the plane in because you never know what could happen, number one. And number two, they wanted to turn that plane around and get to friendly airspace where they had, NATO planes that could help them out. And that's exactly what they did. They took the threat as credible. And of course, one of the things that was in that bomb threat was that it was altitude specific, which scared them a lot. They had to get that thing on the ground, and that's what they did.
All right, moving on to passports, and President Trump, who signed an executive order recently recognizing only two sexes, causing the State Department to eliminate X as an option for transgender, non-binary, or intersex travelers, on their passports, those who have an X. So what are these travelers supposed to do from this point forward? Are their passports still going to be accepted?
Yeah, passport's valid for 10 years, and that's going to be fine in this case. If you've already got that marking on your passport, you don't have to go get another passport. Continue to use it. It will not be an issue. But going forward, it's going to force people to go back to the old school of a designation that's just male or female, and that's what it's going to be. But for those people who have that designation on their passport, as long as the passport's valid, it's fine to use.
Okay, that's good news, I'm sure, for those who, do identify with that X on their passports. All right, CBS travel editor Peter Greenberg, as always, thank you so much. Enjoy Monaco, and we'll talk to you soon.
You got it, Dan.